Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. And this time not a pickups video, but a small update video you could say from my game room. As I've added some new shelves, a new shelf unit to the game room. As you can see, you're looking at four of these shelf units. Before this I had three. I ordered a fourth one just so I could display some individual game collections for consoles a bit more organized, a bit more streamlined than I had before. And also create some extra room to expand some certain collections. Some of these collections have grown quite a bit over the past couple of years, and others I've downsized a bit, like my original Xbox collection and my PlayStation 2 collection. So I just wanted to reorganize some stuff and also place the games in order of console, from PlayStation to Xbox, but also from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 5, have them organized per um, console generation. And I just want to show you guys a bit more on how I've organized these shelves individually. So as you're looking at it right now, this is my PlayStation 1 collection. On the top shelf I have my PAL games. And below that I have my NTSC games, my North American ones. These are mostly RPGs. As you can see, I got the Lunar 1 and 2 big box versions. And below that I got my PlayStation 2 collection, which some of you may have noticed who watch the channel longer. I've posted a PlayStation 2 collection video. And if you guys look that up, you can see that I have more games than I show you now. I do have quite the selection of PlayStation 2 games. But yeah, I also downsized it a bit. Games that I've played and finished, which I had no interest in keeping in my collection. But I also got rid of some games that I thought that I, would like to play. But when I came around to it, it just wasn't my thing. So I got rid of those also to get some more space for other games as well. Then moving on to my PlayStation 3 collection. Not as large as my PlayStation 2 collection, but still, I got most of the games that I want for this system. And also, if you guys have noticed in past videos, I always try to put the games with a steelbook or a plastic sleeve or cardboard sleeve. Try to put them in these plastic bags or plastic sleeves, you could say, just to keep them safe from dust and avoid getting them damaged or stuff. I'm also like this with things in general, I just like to keep the things that I own, take care of them. Just want to make sure that also if I sell one of these games in the future owner will get it, as clean as possible, just I see it not as an obligation that would be too heavy, but I just want to take care of my stuff. These games, most of them are out of print, so you just want to. We personally want to keep the condition they are in. Also, for people who might own these games in the future, if I decided to sell them off or whatever. And also games that are sealed, just like this Ratchet and Clank Nexus. I also put in this bag because first off, if I want to play this, I'll just take the seal off and play them. I have no interest in the fact that that is sealed. That's not the thing why I want to keep this. But if I never come around to playing this game, and the fact that it's still sealed makes it easier for me, also financial, to sell the game in the future. No, it would be worth more having it sealed than opened. So that's why I don't take off the seal immediately if I have a sealed game or buy a sealed game. I just keep it like this. If I want to play it, I'm gonna play it. I just take off the seal, no problem. But if I don't come around playing it, yeah, it would make more sense to keep it sealed until then and pass it off to someone else. Also, maybe someone wants to collect it pure as a sealed game, because there are a lot of people collecting sealed games right now. So moving down below, I got my Super Mario Bros. Diorama, 3D diorama, which is pretty cool. Which you could get as a pre-order bonus if you pre-ordered the game. Below that, I have my PlayStation 4 collection, which also does have some room to expand. Right now, I got my Legacy of Kain Raziel figures here, but yeah, those can easily be moved somewhere else so that I can add a few more games to my PlayStation 4 collection if I wanted to. And on the bottom shelf, a collection that will definitely grow in the future, as I just got my PS5 during Black Friday of last year. So these are the games I have in my collection at this moment, but yeah, of course in the future, with the system still being relevant in this console generation, I'll definitely add some more games to that system in the future. And this is my original Xbox collection. Also a collection that was much larger a couple of years ago, but I also got rid of some games that I played and had no interest in keeping, or just had no interest um, in them in general. I picked them up maybe at a flea market or at a pawn shop, thinking I might enjoy it. But then, when time moves on and you look at it again, yeah, it wasn't really my thing. So I decided to get rid of them. Also to create some more space for other collections that I do want to collect for, which I'll get to in a minute. So there you guys go. I also got this really cool see-through uh, Xbox controller. Sorry for the glare. This one was for the 20th anniversary of the Xbox, the first Xbox. Below that, my Xbox 360 collection. Really love the console and also collecting for the console. And also a collection that did grow quite a bit over the past couple of years, as now is the perfect time, as you guys know, to collect for PS3 and Xbox 360, and also Nintendo Wii for that matter, the consoles of that generation. Most of the games you can get for a pretty good price, but yeah, we've also come to that point that some of those games are really going up in value. But yeah, I think I'm almost done with collecting for the system myself, as I have most of the games that I want. For most systems, I have a sort of a wish list, which I just check regularly. And from that point, I just, as time goes on and I come around one of these games, pick them up, add them to my collection. So yeah, very happy with what I got. And I love the fact that, a lot of these games are also backwards compatible to the Xbox Series X. Above here, I got some games for the Kinect. And to the right, I got my Cyberpunk controller for the Xbox, which is pretty cool. Also one that I keep in a box protector. Then we're moving on to the Xbox One Series X, which is, by far my favorite console at the moment. I'm not necessarily pro Xbox or pro PS4. PS5. I just find games for interesting for all consoles, all console generations, because that's what you see in my library, right? I have a large PlayStation collection, large Xbox collection, decent sized Nintendo collection. I'm in it for the games. Um, but to be honest, I do have a certain weak spot for the Xbox One Series X. I just love the console, and I just love collecting for the system, as I feel their releases aren't as widely available as for PlayStation. So if I'm looking for a certain game, I always check the availability also for PlayStation. Just to conclude in the end that a lot of Xbox games have a lower print run. They're harder to find, and that's what gives it this more of it, makes it a more of a challenge. And maybe that is the reason why I'm going more for Xbox when it comes to collection than PlayStation. I'm not saying that this is, if you compare it, more of the underdog against PlayStation in this current generation, but still, I really like collecting for the Xbox Series X and Xbox One. So many great games, so many great releases. And again, a lot of the games I keep in a plastic slipcover, plastic bag, just to keep the, in this case, the cardboard sleeve from damaging, or games like Beyond the Steel Sky, which came in this cardboard sleeve as well. This is also a steelbook edition. So I just want to keep it as nice as I can. So enough about the Xbox One Series X. Moving down, got my Nintendo GameCube games. Not a whole lot, just I think maybe around 15 games or so. A lot of the, common Nintendo titles, the Metroid, the Marios, Star Fox, stuff like that. And here in the right corner, I got my Starfield controller, which is a game I've yet still have to pick up, but I do wanted to buy the controller as soon as it came out. And I'm glad I did, because it went up in price recently, I saw. And then I got my Nintendo Wii collection. And here, always looking happy when I come in the game room, Toad. And then small update from the other side of the room. So the Nintendo Wii games and the GameCube games came from these shelves. And I decided to swap them out for the my handhelds like Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 3DS, and the games, which are on the top shelf for some of the older handhelds like Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Nintendo 3DS. And here I got my 3DS games, also a handheld, which I've, invested quite a bit of time and money to get the games that I want. And at this point, I'm almost through with getting the games that I want for my wish list. I have most of them now, as you can see, so quite a decent collection. And yeah, also I think a handheld that will be more collectible as time goes on, because with the 3DS effect, it's a pretty specific system, handheld technology wise. So I think that will be one of the reasons why Nintendo 3DS will be collectible in the future. And maybe now at this point it already is. Over here, my Wii collection, Nintendo Wii U collection, which I'm pretty happy with. Not a lot of games, but I do have the ones that I want, so pretty happy about that. Got my Switch games, as well as my Switch, which is in that case. And below that, just some collector's editions or limited run games or limited edition games. Pretty happy with that. And then moving on, I also created some extra space for my strategy guide collection. I got 2 full rows here, which I also love collecting, these strategy guides. Also something that is getting harder and harder to find. And also, you have to pay more for them when you find certain guides. So these are my latest editions. And as you can see here to the right, I got some room to expand. So just one more overall look to the shelf unit that I added. And before I forget, also on top of these shelves got some collector's editions or limited editions, mostly for the 3DS, the Wii and the Wii U. So I'll just show you these before putting an end to this video. So then you guys have seen the whole setup, at least against this wall, stuff that I changed during last December when I got my extra shelf unit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, this small update video. If you have any questions or you just want to leave a comment, you can do so in the section below. I want to thank you for watching as always, and until the next time.